Heading into the August political conventions, President Trump is behind by large margins. So the president is fixated on trying to close that gap in the polling, trying to find a way to generate fresh momentum. He and his advisors view the Republican convention as a key opportunity for him to frame his argument against Biden, for him to convince the American people that he deserves a second term, and for him to try to begin to close that gap. The convention, of course, is not going to be like any previous convention. President Trump is looking for alternative venues to deliver what would be his traditional nominating speech, which is his biggest opportunity to lay out his case for re-election to the American people. His advisors reportedly are considering doing that speech at the White House on the South Lawn, which would be unprecedented considering the White House is a federal property. He's also considering looking at a number of other sites that are important markers in American history, Gettysburg. The president is really bothered by the fact that he can't have that same kind of showbiz feel that his 2016 campaign had. That's, of course, because of the pandemic and the social distancing and other restrictions that are in place around the country. And so he's been deprived of the mega rallies. He's now being deprived of a standard Republican National Convention with the balloons and confetti and 20,000 people filling an arena. That's the visual that he was counting on to help propel him to re-election, and he's just not able to have it. And the president is sullen about that. He's been in a dour mood for months, according to our reporting. He's upset, feeling like the pandemic is hurting him personally, that he is somehow a victim of the coronavirus because the pandemic is depriving him of the political razzmatazz and showman feel that he was hoping for in this re-election campaign season. The biggest difference between Donald Trump's 2016 campaign and his re-election campaign now in 2020 is that he's no longer the insurgent. He's not the outsider. He had such an advantage in 2016 by running against the system, running against the machine. He was the guy who famously said he never spent a night in Washington, and he promised the American people that he could come here and fix all the problems that were created by all the politicians for decades.
Which is why I alone can fix it.
Well, now he is the politician. He is responsible for what's happened. He came here and has had 4 years to try to fix the system. And to a lot of Americans, the system is still broken. We're in the middle of a pandemic. People are dying. There's not enough testing. Millions of people are out of work, struggling to make ends meet. Lines are out the door at food banks. And so the president owns all of that.
I have no patience for injustice, no tolerance for government incompetence, of which there is so much, no sympathy for leaders who fail their citizens.